Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Doug Jenkins with the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce. It's a Monday. It's 1 o'clock, or maybe it's 1:02. I don't know. I restarted my computer and suddenly it was 2 minutes behind my cell phone. Whatever the case may be, it's time to tell you about what's happening here at the Findlay Hancock County Chamber of Commerce for this week. It's a shorter week for a lot of us, but it is a busy week. Look, I'm going to give you just a preview of all the guests we have here. Look, I'm adding them all right here. And we're just scratching the surface. They're not all going to talk at the same time. I just want to preview all of the great guests that we have to tell you about events happening at the chamber and with our members this week. They didn't know I was going to do that. I caught them off guard. Let's get into it. We start off tomorrow with Fresh Brewed Business. It is our annual look at what's happening with ODOT projects and engineering projects in Findlay and Hancock County for the year. So we'll have speakers from ODOT as well as the Hancock County Engineers Office and the city's engineering office to talk a little bit about the projects they have on hand for infrastructure. Obviously, roads are a lot to do with that, so we'll learn more about that. That is tomorrow from 8 until 9 at Marathon Center for the Performing Arts. You can still register on our website at findlayhancockchamber.com. Just go into the event section. That's the page that you see highlighted here. We do have a Findlay Young Professionals event coming up this week as well. A view from the top at 50 North. And here to tell us about that with 50 North is Robert Shenenfield. Robert, good to have you with us today.
Hey, Doug. Good to be here. How are you?
You're like a veteran of the process now. This is like your second or third appearance on the Monday announcements.
It's got to be at least my third. I am a veteran. I'm
so tell us, 50 North and a view from the top, what can FYP members expect on Tuesday?
Yes. So tomorrow, Tuesday at 5:30 p.m., we do have our View from the Top series, a tour of the 50 North facility here in Findlay, Ohio. So essentially what we're going to provide is first, we'll have a check-in at 5:30. So 5:30, you get in, you check in. We'll have some food available for members and guests as well. And then at 5:45, Carolyn Kopis will start her presentation. She's the executive director of 50 North. So she'll discuss the mission of 50 North and then some of the the needs of the seniors there. And then she'll also touch a little bit on retirement planning for those, in their 20s, 30s, 40s. So you'll get a lot of really good information that way. That should wrap up around 6 p.m. At that time, we're actually going to start doing a tour of the facility. And then we'll also have some time to socialize and network with your fellow FYP members. This event's free for all Findlay Young Professional members and $15 for guests.
There you go. It should be very informative. And I think that retirement planning process can be sometimes when you're in your 20s, you're not even thinking about it, or it can be a little intimidating. So that'll be a very educational part of it.
Absolutely. Very important to plan for retirement early.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but if people want to learn more about the event or Findlay Young Professionals, what's the best way to do that?
Yep. I always say just Google Findlay Young Professionals. Our website's the first thing that pops up. You can also just go to findlayhancockchamber.com since FYP is part of the chamber. We do have a link there. If you want to reach out directly, we have a Gmail, just findlayyp@gmail.com. You can email us. Anyone on our leadership team will be able to see that and respond to that. We're also active on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So if you search Findlay Young Professionals on any of those social media outlets, you'll find our information there as well.
Very good. Robert, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Doug.
Continuing along our schedule for the week, on Wednesday, we'll have another ribbon cutting, kind of a re-grand opening at Flag City Furniture and Bedding. Andy Gray has taken over operations there after Kevin retired. So we'll be doing a ceremony and a ribbon cutting to celebrate that. That'll be at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, April the 5th. And a big event coming up, one of our signature events every year, our Women's Leadership Forum series. Our first one of 3 this year will be on April 6th at 11:30 in the morning. To tell us more about that, welcome in Dion Neubauer, our director here at the Findlay Hancock County Chamber. Dion, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. I appreciate the invitation. Yes, this Thursday, our Women's Leadership Program is hosting an event partnering with the Findlay Hancock County Public Library. As everyone knows, the library hosts the Community Reads program, and their author, Colleen Oakley, is coming into town. And part of that day's activities, we have her for the lunch period. So an opportunity for individuals from the business and residential community to come together, learn a little bit more about Colleen Oakley, the author of The Invisible Husband of Frick Island. So there's an opportunity to learn about Colleen, her journey in writing the book and her other publications. So again, a great professional development opportunity.
Dia, we've been doing the Women's Leadership Forum for quite some time, always some of our most popular events of the year. What is it about the event that just brings people together?
Well, in addition to the luncheons, we have a mentoring component as well, which features women from different generations sharing their lived experiences. So it's an opportunity not only for professional development, but to really embrace and empower and educate individuals in their leadership roles, whether it's within their organizations or within their community. So an opportunity to get together. We've been doing this for well over 15 years. So it's been a great event that certainly does not look like it's slowing down, but we're continuing to reach and educate and develop future leaders with those who are already been in leadership roles for some time now.
It's still time to register for this Thursday if you'd like. How do people go about doing that?
Just like Robert shared with FYP, they can go to FindlayHancockChamber.com. We have about 70 people registered for Thursday, so we're really excited about that count. But again, anyone interested, they can drop us an email or go online to register for the event.
There you go. It's an easy way to get involved and a great way to get involved. Dion, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm just going to FindlayHancockChamber.com. Just go there for everything. It essentially, I'm going to say it's one of the most useful sites in the city. So go ahead and do that. I don't have anything to back that up, but I mean, everything that we do goes through there. So it's really easy to sign up for it. Let's get into member events for the week. We've got a couple coming up. First, Family Resource Center on Tuesday is having an Alcohol Awareness Month educational primer. And here to tell us about that is Amber Wolthram with the Family Resource Center. Amber, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Doug. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's like a huge cast of characters today. This is the most guests we've ever had, so I appreciate you taking part.
Well, April's a busy month. Alcohol Awareness Month is a national campaign, and we are taking part of it here locally by offering this Alcohol Awareness Month primer. And of course, this is when my phone decides to ring.
Now that you mentioned it, I didn't put mine on Do Not Disturb either. So
not rang.
I'm just going to sneak over here. You continue to talk.
So we are hosting this at the library, the Lindenmood Room. It's a chance for individuals to learn more about the individualized use and individualized risk when it comes to alcohol. It's a legal substance. It's a substance that's growing in accessibility, where before, alcohol was kind of confined to certain places socially. It's broadening in accessibility. And so we just want individuals to understand, what is a standardized drink? What do you need to know about your body before you decide to add alcohol to a beverage? What do you need to know about long-term considerations? And so it's only 90 minutes long. It's educational. If you want to register, you can go to that extremely helpful Chamber of Commerce webpage.
I've heard it's great.
I heard it's wonderful.
Hearing good things.
Our information's on there, which we have a little, those little fancy code things that all those cool kids are using now. But you could just call my phone number, which is the 567-271-3031. And you can even text that number and just say, hey, I'm coming. We're on April 4th, but we're also on April 18th and April 26th as well, to try to accommodate different dates and different times. And all of that's on the Chamber Events guest page.
Amber, you knocked out all of my follow-up questions. I know there's a series of events. And right now I have the website queued up for this week, but like Amber said, you can go in and see all the other events as well. So Amber, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
That is a very good community resource that we have in the Family Resource Center, and a lot of great educational opportunities as well. Another one of our members also busy this week with complimentary individual professional photos. This will be hosted by Hitchings Insurance on April 6th. They'll be going from 11:30 in the morning until 1:30 in the afternoon. Here to tell us a little bit more about that is Lindy Ward with Hitchings Insurance. Lindy, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So getting some headshots done, always good to have a headshot on hand.
Yes, for sure. So we have an in-house photographer. She is actually a commercial lines agent, and she offers them. So that will be this Thursday, April 6th, from 11:30 to 1:30. No appointment necessary. Just walk in and tell us that's what you're here for. And then once you get them, you will be provided with a digital file about a week after, and use them however you need to.
Very good. Now, can she do anything about like the real estate that I have here? Because it's a lot.
She might be able to do some.
Touch it up a little bit, make it look a little more professional. But that's a great service, Lindy. What got you guys thinking about doing something like that?
I think it was really just trying to provide, those local businesses or young professionals with something that they can use for a lifetime. And once we got good feedback from it the first time, we just decided that it was something that we should keep going for those young professionals.
Very good. Well, Lindy, thank you for providing this. Thanks for stopping in to tell us about it. And again, people just need to stop by on Thursday.
Yep. And if you have any questions, you can contact our office. We're located at 717 North Main Street. And if you have any questions, you can give us a call.
All right. Lindy, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Moving along into job offerings that our chamber members have available. A couple of new ones on there from RCO Law. They're looking for an accountant, an assistant bookkeeper, also looking for a business transactional litigation paralegal. They're going to come on with us here in the coming weeks to tell us a little bit more about that. You can also see where Garner Trucking is looking for a human resource specialist, and Rowmark needs a material handler. All those jobs posted within the last 30 days. Remember, if you're a Chamber of Commerce member and you're hiring, this job board is available to you at all times. I can help you get set up on that. And you can come on the Monday announcements and talk about the jobs that you have available. Let's ask committee, because we have Judy Pusateri standing by with us to tell about everything the Agribusiness Committee is up to. And Judy, how are you this afternoon? Uh-oh, I think Judy might have froze. Judy, can you hear me? Judy, oh, wait. Maybe I froze. Either way, Judy, we'll bring you in here in just a second. I think the audio is kicking out on us, although I am getting a notification that I'm hogging a lot of bandwidth here at the chamber right now. Let's try and bring you back in now. I got that warning went away. Can you hear us okay? Well, shoot, I don't think Judy can hear us, so we'll try again with her in just a moment. Looks like the Agribusiness Committee, we did extend the sausage sale fundraiser for 1 week. You have through Thursday to get that order in. All you have to do is go to FindlayHancockChamber.com. It's the website everybody's talking about. If you go into the Agribusiness Committee section, you can place an order online for the sausage sale right there. That'll take you to the store, and make sure you get those orders in. Thursday is the deadline to get it in. We still have some inventory, so if you're interested in that, it's a great way to support the agribusiness scholarships, which is that application is ready through the 17th. It looks like we lost Judy. One thing I can tell you about the agribusiness scholarship, we'll have Judy back in coming weeks to talk a little bit about that. But if you know someone who's currently a senior in high school, or they are currently in college and they're going to go into a field that's related to agriculture, it could be food science, could be even diesel mechanics, they're going to be working on tractors, things like that. Again, I always use those as the two examples because that's just a wide range of careers. But if they're going to touch agriculture in some way, you would be eligible to apply for this. Let me bring the application back up. You can see right there in the Agribusiness Committee section. Just click on that to start the application. Doesn't take too long to do. We've had several applications already, and the deadline to apply is April 17th. We'll talk about more about that in coming weeks. Another thing to tell you about quickly is we're running a little bit long today. We are taking applications for Hancock leadership. The next class will start in the fall, but applications are due here in April and May. If you are an employer and want to have one of your employees get more involved in the community, this is a great way to do it. They'll learn leadership skills, also learn a lot more about the community, make a lot of great connections. So it's a good way to get involved, a great way to develop leadership. And you can apply right now at FindlayHancockChamber.com/Hancock Leadership. Last thing to tell you about today is the Chamber of Commerce podcast, Chamber Amplified. The latest edition went up on Friday morning. We're talking about AI in the workplace. It's already here. We're talking about ways people are already using it here locally. And that is a discussion we're going to be having a lot over the coming months and years, I feel. So this is just sort of our first foray into the world of artificial intelligence. If it's something that you've been paying attention to, or if it's nothing that you've been paying attention to, then you definitely need to listen to the latest edition of Chamber Amplified. You can listen on our website. You can see it right there at FindlayHancockChamber.com/podcast. You can also search for Chamber Amplified in your favorite podcast player. That's a mouthful. That's a lot going on this week here at the Chamber in what is a short week. So make sure you go to our website to see everything that is going on, both here at the Chamber with our members, the jobs that are offered, and a whole lot more. You can always get that information online. Let's make it a great week, everybody, and we will see you next time on the Monday announcements.